Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting out pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play, and he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and this is recovered by the Chargers. Chargers offense set to go to work. Leading that offense, the rookie from Oregon who was drafted #6 overall, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert had a tremendous career at the University of Oregon, ended up winning the Campbell Trophy, which was the academic Heisman, won a lot of football games, including the Rose Bowl and the Pac-12 championship, 32 touchdown passes last year. But the reason he really got himself solidified as the first-round pick for the Chargers, a terrific Senior Bowl week. Was the MVP of the game, but I thought he was the MVP of the week the way he interacted with his teammates and opposing players, and everyone got to see his leadership on display.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11 now. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Prescott's pass complete.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A dump off to Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the Cowboys 47.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Luzier with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Brought down
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 43.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. There's CeeDee Lamb, his first NFL catch. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Quick slant as the throw's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The run for Pollard. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
He was brought down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
8 yards. And it's 4th down.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
The Chargers. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
They'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this is the third-year man from Northwestern, Justin Jackson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Complete. It's Henry. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
2nd down and 4. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Open man is Noah Brown. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like that. sacks, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. How will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Here's Desmond King on the return. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25. A touch. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get him.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
8-yard gain.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 more yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
4 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
That's caught at the 3. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Linval Joseph able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw here, Dalton. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7.
16. Chargers 7.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
His third interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Dalton here from the gun. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
22.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And this one was running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam again.
Pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Buying time to his left. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. The field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Good.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. 65 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Their line lining up for the point after.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That's complete. Henry. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. To the air again, Herbert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They snap it to Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really good.
And it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton. And this one complete to Smith. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. First down, and it's Pollard again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, Pollard. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Pollard.